Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In this one, we're going to look at how to fix your quality of the Logitech HD Pro Webcam C920, which you may have purchased or not. So when it comes to the quality of this webcam, I would say that it is a very good quality it has. Some people, though, complain that the quality is not very good. And there can be a lot of reasons behind why the quality might not look good on your computer when it might look better on someone else's computer when you see some sort of recording on YouTube or something. Now, the first one we're going to look into is how to change the preferences correctly, which I figured that some of you guys may already have done and still the quality is not good. The second thing we're going to do is actually fix the quality issue where some of you guys may even experience the quality somehow. One day you're using it and the quality is good, then the next day, whoa, what happened to the quality? So we're gonna learn how to fix that and sort of get into why that is happening. So first of all, let's go into preferences. Inside preferences here, we have just the basic options here. We're going to go into quick capture. Inside here, what you're going to do is first of all, you're going to go down to audio recording quality. You're going to choose the best one. Again, if you're not using audio recording quality, this doesn't really matter. But if you're using the webcam for audio, you choose the best one. Over here in the video recording quality, you want to choose lossless, which is a large file size, which is basically the software that you're using here does not compress the footage when you're done, which increases the file size in order for it not to take up too much space. But it also increases the quality when you choose not to have it compressed. So go ahead and choose lossless here. And I think that's basically it in here. Then you have some basic options in here. We're not really going to get into that because that is not really going to improve your quality. Now, for the actual recording quality, my quality right now should be okay. And the reason that some of you guys may not look okay, if you go into advanced settings here and take a look at the image quality. Now, you may get a couple of weird things that happens from time to time, which is that when you start recording, there might be a lot of lag going on. Like it's like the movement's not very smooth. When you want to have smoother movements, you need to make sure that you turn on, well, first of all the compression issues that we just looked at in the preferences has to be absolutely turned off. Don't compress anything. Second thing is that over here where it says right sound, right light, turn those off, because the more stuff you have on here, the more the webcam has to focus on the settings, meaning that the less concentration it has on the actual frame rate. So make sure you turn off the right sound, right light, autofocus, turn that off. Make sure you just focus it where it needs to be. In here, in advanced settings, you need to make sure that the exposure level is somewhere in the middle. Again, if I look at the quality here, I can play around with it and it will get darker and that sort of thing. You just need to make sure you don't get this thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's kind of wavy lines going across there. So just make sure it looks, presentable. Down in the gain. Now, if you're recording in the evening, gain, when I turn it up, you say, oh, it gets brighter, how good is that? When you're in the evening and it's really dark and you want to turn up the gain so you can see something. Now, gain, the higher the gain is, the worse quality you're going to get. That's one of the biggest reasons that people get crappy quality after they're done touching their settings. Don't turn gain all the way up. You actually need to turn it as far down as possible and instead trying to get the lighting with either this one up here or the brightness down here. Don't touch the gain. Don't make it so high that it's just insanely bright, because it's going to screw up your quality. It's like messing with the ISO on a regular camera or camcorder. The higher up the ISO is, the more light it intakes, but also the worse, the less crisp it looks. So you don't want to touch this one too much. Down here in the brightness, again, you can play with that for as much as you want. I usually do not want to turn it up too much because it does give kind of like a white sheet over, not a white shit, but a white sheet over your footage, which is not good. The contrast, don't turn that up too much either, because you get this weird thing. Don't turn it too low either. I find that roughly this area here is fine. Again, if you need to turn up the contrast, if you use the footage here for an external program like video editing software, if you do use it for recording, I find that contrast, I usually like to add it on in there, and then I just sort of take a pretty normal, there you go, pretty normal looking image when I start out. Color intensity, you know, it's the colors of your skin. Again, you know, I like to adjust that sort of thing in post-production, so I'm just going to keep it around here. The white balance. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh my god, you know, if it's, especially in the evening, the white balance is going to be all over the place if you turn it off. It actually does some sort of special auto correction when you have it on, where, you know, it takes some of the background and says, oh, okay, you know, the background needs to be white, and then it looks at you and says, oh, you're too blue. Okay, I fixed that too. So turning on the auto would actually be more advanced than just turning it off and trying to find a spot, because it's not always that you're able to find a spot. However, turning this on will also do stuff to your frame rate. I even experienced when I was recording that it skipped frames, meaning that when I recorded and then edited the footage together, I would start saying something, my audio would be synchronized because I record the audio separately. I would synchronize the audio and the video, and 5 minutes later, it wasn't synchronized anymore because the video was either going too fast or too slow. It was all over the place. So, you know, turning everything off, I think, is very crucial when you do this sort of thing. Save it, you're ready to go. The biggest thing here is make sure the preferences are correct and don't turn up the gain too much because it decreases the quality. I'll show you guys. Let me turn off some of the light here. Yes, I do actually use an external light source. So, oh, you know, it's all dark and stuff. Let's turn up the gain and actually see the difference in quality. Let me just turn it up here. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the quality of my footage should be a lot worse now. The more you turn it up, the worse. The edges, the pixels themselves gets washed out, which is not good. So, you know, not having this is pretty damn good. You know, use an external source instead. Don't sit in the darkness and use the gain to turn off the brightness. Get an LED light or something. Much better. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video here. I hope it could help you guys with the video quality. And I hope to see you guys later.